Hello, welcome to another episode of Montana Shares, your opportunity to find out about the nonprofits around our state that make our state so great. I'm your host, Bill Crane. Today we have Liann with Montana's Supporting Military. If that doesn't sound familiar, we're going to talk about that. So welcome, Liann.
Thank you.
So let's just start with the obvious name change.
Yes, Montana Supporting Soldiers is now doing business as Montana Supporting Military. After 15 years, over the years, it's caused confusion and people, they think of it anyway as all military, or some say, well, you only support soldiers. Marines give us a bad time because, we're not soldiers, we're Marines. So.
Oh, a technicality there.
So, and we support all the branches. And also the military working dogs when they're deployed, and the families back home, and our wounded troops from Montana. So we just decided, after 15 years, we need kind of some updates. So it's now Montana Supporting Military.
And you've covered a lot of what you do, but let's go into it a little bit deeper as far as what you do now that we've covered the name has changed.
We send care packages throughout the year to deployed troops. Quite often they contact us, let us know what they're needing because it varies so much. And we've been supporting sailors on the USS Theodore Roosevelt because one of the sailors on there, she contacted us, she's from Great Falls. And quite often they find out about us, through our website or through another soldier in it. We may be sending to some that like special forces that we've sent to quite a few times, but invariably somebody from Montana will email or send us a card or something saying, it made my day, made my week when I saw that package was from Montana. And so it really means a lot to them. And like I say, we'll send over a questionnaire so we know what they need, what they don't need. We don't want to send generic care packages. And we've had family members contact us because they can't afford to send everything that's needed. And we find out, if there's 30 of them there, we'll send enough for 35. The worst thing is you send enough for 10 and there's 30 because they're going to share. So, and it just boosting their morale. It's hard for them being over there, and the support is kind of dwindled over the years, and it's just more important, I think, now that we make sure that we support them because it's just devastating to their morale when they don't ever get anything in the mail.
They're not headlines right now.
Right.
And so they're still there, though.
Yeah.
I understand that. We'll get to the helping them out a little bit later on, but May, there's something going on in May.
Yes,
Let's talk
May
about that.
is Military Appreciation Month, and to celebrate that, we're having our annual Troop Appreciation Drive. We collect items that they need, and then quite a few we've been working with schools, Carroll College, the retirement homes, assisted living homes, and people across the state. We just got some of the cutest cards from a Girl Scout troop in Kalispell. And so in Missoula, Aging Services, they've been collecting items. And around town, people can drop off items at Vans, Scenic Brew, Sportsman's Warehouse, and we have a permanent location at Precision Embroidery.
Okay.
We always have a box there, and that's behind Walmart in the business mall because that's where we're located. So it helps, just to drop things off there. So, and like I say, some people, all they can do is afford to do is write a card or a letter. Those are just as important as care package items. Knowing that somebody took the time to make a card or write a card or a letter just means so much to them.
Yeah, I can believe it. So let's talk about the rest of the year. What happens then?
It's the two big drives are May, and then we start in about the end of September for Christmas, for our Christmas for the troops. But we send stuff all year, and they're kind of a rotation right now. A lot of the units are coming home and some are going over. We have a National Guard unit, Montana National Guard, that's going to be deploying. And so as soon as they get over there, they contact us and say, this is what the things that we need. And so we send monthly packages all throughout the year. It isn't just twice a year.
Right. And so what do you think is sort of the most unique need that you probably wouldn't think about right now?
Well, I don't know if it's unique, but we send tons and tons of powdered drink mix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a bottle of water for us is like this. For them, it's twice that size. And, you know, you get so tired of drinking water. You want some flavor in there.
Mm-hmm.
But we try to send them with the electrolytes and the antioxidants, not just Kool-Aid or Crystal Light. You know,
Right.
they don't want just chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
But we've sent over, I sent a swimming pool one time to I call him my Army son. He's the first soldier that I supported, and we still keep in touch. And
Mm-hmm.
they were in Baghdad, and it was, you know, 140 degrees, and I was kind of, you know, hinting around. I didn't want to tell him I was sending it, but to find out that they had access to a water truck so they could fill this,
Right.
and air compressor so they could, you know, didn't have to take turns
Pumping it up.
yeah. So that and they just loved it. They
Mhm.
loved it. I mean, we just try to, you know, we send a lot of splash balls and squirt guns in the summertime, and just things to make it a little bit more fun and not quite so stressful for them. And
Yeah.
we send things over for the dogs, and
Well, good.
yeah.
So how can people help out? I mean, we've sort of alluded to it, drop stuff off or write
Yeah.
letters and stuff, but how else?
Volunteers are always welcome. Like especially in the summertime, we've got a fair amount of volunteers, but you know I don't ever take a vacation. Doesn't seem like, but
Yeah.
quite a few people. You know, if you have enough, there's always going to be a few that are available, and so if people want to come and help. With the sorting, the prepping, I mean, like liquids and powders, every lid's got to be taped. And then we
Mhm.
have to put stuff in Ziploc bags. So the prepping takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But just get the things ready to send. Some people, you know, if they like to help with fundraising or marketing, we're wanting to do more social media marketing. And there's, you know, if people had just graduated from, you know, college or taking business or something and need a project, why we'd be very happy to,
Happy
to work
to put them to
with
work.
And then you know, I'm trying to think of in grant writing, you know, you can never turn down a grant, and we just have a hard time, you know, finding the time to do all of that stuff. So
And then obviously as we get a little bit closer to fall and we get into the workplace giving season, they can donate through workplace giving
Yes.
through Montana Shares.
yes, yeah,
Because it does cost money. to
Yes,
ship
it
stuff.
does. We go to the post office with average about 25, 30 boxes, and the shipping will easily be $800.
Mm-hmm.
Shipping is that's always our biggest expense, always. But yes, being with Montana Shares, it's helped us so much, and to get our name out across the state too, because like I say, there's units, National Guard units, Air National Guard, and even active duty personnel that are all from around the state and their families, and you know, through your newsletters and whatnot, people see our name and contact us that way too, so that helps. But yeah, it's just wonderful for the employees or employers, I mean, to give that opportunity for their employees to give to the organizations they want, or you know, they can just give it to Montana Shares and you
We help spread
distribute
it
it.
out.
Yes.
You bet. Okay, so we've got May is Military Appreciation Month,
Yes.
and help out year-round, and volunteer, and feel free to donate money. Anything else we should talk about?
Just like I say, I can't ever stress enough the importance that we take care of our troops when they're over there, and they do so much more than what people realize. I mean, even the Malmstrom Air Force Base, and both the active Red Horse unit and the Guard unit, they deploy a lot. Well, they go over there and they build bridges and put in canals for a village that's never had fresh water. They run electricity into a village, and they just do so much humanitarian missions that, you know, people don't realize. And the Navy Seabees, they do a lot of that too, and there's a lot of just a lot of good that they're doing, and it's just so hard for them to be over there that
Yeah. Little
you know.
change from Montana, where we've got rain and we have tons of snow, to go over
Yes.
where you've got sand and just lots and lots of heat
Yes.
off. And of course, they're all around the world. It's the truth of the matter, but that's the
Yeah.
predominant location, I'm
Over-
assuming.
Over the last 15 years, we've sent to 19 countries and several of the naval ships. We just got a request from a wife for, I forget which ship he's on, but it's been a geography lesson for us, I'll tell you.
Right.
And it's kind of, you know, knowing what the season is there compared to what it is here. And, you know, we'll be thinking it's hot when it's 95, 100 degrees. And then I remember, yes, they're over there, it's 130 and they got their packs. And,
Yeah.
you know, their vehicles aren't air conditioned, and if they have vehicles, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know.
Well, super. Thanks for coming on to the show
Thank you,
today.
appreciate it.
And Montana supporting soldiers, now Montana supporting military. Just
Correct.
to clarify
Yes.
and wrap up on that, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And as always, I appreciate everyone that tunes in and watches this. Thank you and have a good evening.